A chimpanzee named Kumu sits in a research enclosure, middle-aged, showing the same flatness that humans show at 50. No career crash. No divorce. Just a quiet dip in well-being. If the midlife crisis happens regardless of how well your life is going, what exactly is it a crisis about? The answer destroys something much bigger than a psychology question. Weiss and colleagues at multiple research institutions measured 508 great apes across different countries. The U-shaped well-being curve appeared in chimpanzees and orangutans. They have no mortgages, no retirement accounts, no concept of aging. Blanchflower at Dartmouth and Oswald at Warwick analyzed 500,000 people across 132 countries. The trough persists after controlling for income, marriage, health, children, and employment. Even people with perfect lives dip. Dopamine D2 receptor density declines 10% per decade starting in your 20s. Your brain's reward system is like a battery that slowly loses capacity. By your mid-40s, you are running at roughly 70% of what you had at 25. Volkow and colleagues at Brookhaven National Laboratory measured this directly. Your brain is losing its ability to want things while simultaneously gaining the clarity to see exactly what you will not have. The overlap of these two facts is where the pain lives. Explanations fail one by one. First, people in midlife are disappointed with their choices. But the trough appears in people whose lives exceeded their own expectations. Getting what you want does not protect you. Second, it is the pressure of peak responsibility. But the curve appears in people without children, without mortgages, without aging parents. It appears in apes who carry no responsibilities at all. If the crisis occurs even in the absence of every pressure we assume causes it, then what is the crisis actually a response to? Third, it is a Western cultural construct. But the curve appears in Japan, China, India, Brazil, and Nigeria. It appears in pre-industrial societies with no exposure to Western media. Fourth, it is the loss of physical vitality. But the curve goes back up after 60, when the body is objectively declining faster. Happiness rises precisely when the body fails more. So the crisis is not about your choices, your responsibilities, your culture, or your body. Each exit closes. And then you are standing in the hallway of your own mind with every door you thought was open actually shut. Here's the answer that does not feel like an answer. Your brain is rewiring from acquisition to meaning, and the reboot is painful. The dopamine system that drove you toward goals is declining. The emotional wisdom of later life has not yet arrived. Carstensen at Stanford calls this the shift from exploration to depth. Your priorities are changing before your toolkit has caught up. You are in the unprotected window between two versions of yourself. The first version needed excitement to feel alive. The second version finds peace in depth. You are not broken. You are transitioning. Think of a caterpillar dissolving inside its cocoon. It looks like death, but it is the only way to get wings. If you are in your 40s and feel a quiet flatness, not sadness, but an "is this it?" you are not failing. You are running the exact program that every primate runs at the midpoint of its life. Chimpanzees feel this. Orangutans feel this. Nothing you could have done differently would have prevented this. The universe is not punishing you. It is changing you. The version of you on the other side of this is happier than you are now. Measured across every country studied, life satisfaction in your 60s exceeds your 20s. But you cannot feel that from inside the valley. The brain that is showing you the truth about your constraints is hiding the truth about your trajectory. The curve goes back up. You just cannot see it from here. The researchers measured it. The apes proved it. Schwant at Northwestern showed that young people overestimate how happy they will be while older people underestimate it. The crossover happens right where you're standing. Every generation watches the one ahead go through this and thinks, "I will be the exception." Then the dopamine declines, the time horizon compresses, and the flatness arrives right on schedule, exactly as it was always going to. You are not the exception, you are the pattern. And the pattern has a happy ending built into it. If this changed how you see even one thing, consider subscribing. We make videos that stay with you long after you close the tab. Thank you for watching.